Welcome back to the channel, and if you're new here, I'm so glad you found us. This is the place where we talk about the real stuff, the thoughts that keep you up at night, and the habits that can either set you free or quietly weigh you down. My goal here is simple: to give you the tools, stories, and science to help you live lighter, stronger, and more intentionally. So grab a coffee, settle in, and let's dive into today's topic. It's the invisible psychological weight that's been sitting on your shoulders, quietly draining you every single day. And I promise you this, by the end of this video, you'll see exactly what it is, why you've been holding on to it for so long, and most importantly, how to finally put it down. Have you ever gripped something so tightly that your hands started to ache, but you were too afraid to let go because you thought it might break, or you might lose it forever? Maybe you've clung to a relationship, a job, or even a self-image long after it stopped making you happy, because the thought of letting go felt even scarier than staying. That's exactly what so many of us are doing right now without realizing it. We're gripping so hard we're exhausting ourselves, not just emotionally but physically too. Here's the thing, your brain treats emotional attachments like physical weight. Neuroscientists have found that holding on to a toxic friendship, a dead-end job, or even an outdated belief about yourself lights up the same brain regions as carrying a heavy backpack. That's why some of you wake up tired even when you've slept for 8 hours. You're carrying this emotional rucksack everywhere you go. Think of a friend who stayed in a job they hated for years. Every night they will feel physically sick just thinking about Monday morning. And in most cases, they would tell themselves they had to bite the bullet and carry with a justification that they had bills to pay, that they should be grateful. But here's what happens in most cases. The day they finally quit, they would ring you and say something that, in this lines, "I didn't realize how heavy it was until I put it down." And that's the thing. The longer we carry this weight, the more normal it feels. You don't notice how much energy you're using to keep something alive until you stop. The real cost isn't just the time you're losing. It's the person you could be becoming if you weren't so busy holding on. So why is letting go so hard? Because your brain is wired for survival. That same wiring now keeps you trapped in situations that slowly drain the life out of you. Economists even have a name for this: the sunk cost fallacy. The belief that because you've invested so much time or energy into something, you must keep going, even when it's clearly not working. Sound familiar? But here's the good news. Your brain is neuroplastic. That means it can rewire itself. Every time you let go of something that no longer serves you, you train your brain to be more comfortable with change. It's like strengthening a muscle. The more you practice release, the stronger you get at it. And here's another truth. Nature hates a vacuum. The moment you create space by letting go, you give life a chance to bring in something better. It's not magic, it's just how opportunity works. There's no room for new doors to open if you're still leaning against the old one. Of course, the scariest part of letting go isn't losing the thing itself. It's losing the version of yourself that believed you needed it. That version of you might have been scared, smaller, or willing to settle. But that's not who you are anymore. So how do you actually do it? I use what I call the strategic release system. If you have not already done so, please subscribe to my channel and like the video. Step 1. The growth audit. Ask yourself, is this helping me grow, or is it holding me back? Don't overthink it. Your gut already knows the answer before your mind finishes the question. Step 2. The gradual release method. You don't need to rip the plaster off in one go. You can start by pulling back little by little. Less time, less energy, less emotional investment. It's like weaning yourself off something you've been addicted to. Step 3. The gain focus technique. Instead of obsessing over what you're losing, get excited about what you're gaining. More energy, more peace, more space for opportunities you actually want. Your brain will always move toward what you focus on. Step 4. The trust exercise. Repeat this to yourself: what's meant for me will find me. This doesn't mean sitting back and doing nothing. It's about actively trusting that by making space, you'll be able to see and take hold of the better things when they appear. When you start doing this, something amazing happens. Your energy multiplies. The hours you used to spend overthinking, worrying, trying to fix something broken suddenly become hours you can spend building something beautiful. Your standards rise. Once you feel the relief of letting go, you realize you're never going back to settling. And most importantly, your belief in yourself skyrockets. Each time you let go and survive, you prove to yourself that you can handle uncertainty. And with that kind of confidence, the world starts to open up in ways it never did before. Letting go becomes easier every time you do it, because your brain starts to learn the truth. Release leads to renewal, not disaster. And one day you'll look back and think, why on earth did I carry that for so long? So here's my challenge for you. Right now, think of one thing you've been holding on to that deep down you know isn't serving you. It could be a relationship, a belief, a job, or even a version of who you used to be. I'm giving you permission, right here, right now, to start putting it down. Not because it's easy, but because you are strong enough to handle what comes next. Drop a comment below and tell me one thing you're ready to release. Saying it out loud is often the first step to setting it free. And if this video gave you that little push you needed, share it with someone else who's carrying a weight they don't need to carry. Remember, holding on isn't strength, it's fear in disguise. Letting go isn't giving up, it's choosing growth over comfort. You deserve to know what life feels like without the backpack. So open your hands and trust that what's meant to stay will stay. And what's meant to go will make room for something better. If you have enjoyed the video, please like this video, subscribe for more, tap the bell to stay updated.